It's time now for the best high school sports action from the WBCB Sports Network. Catch the best games from Bucks and Mercer County at WBCBSports.com and our Facebook page. Your home for high school sports is right here at WBCB 1490.
Welcome on out to Morrisville, Pennsylvania, as we get you ready for high school football on the WBCB Sports Network. Tonight, the Bulldogs of Morrisville host the Renaissance Academy Charter School Knights. And to begin, the Morrisville Marching Band getting us closer to kickoff here on WBCB. All right, kickoff coming up in just a little bit as we listen in to the Morrisville Bulldog Marching Band. Tonight's game on WBCB brought to you by VitaCare Home Health Agency, Capital Health System, Kalinowski Performance Academy. Thanks also to Debbie's Crafts, to Morrisville Chiropractic, Nick's Pizza, East Coast Printing, Ben's Deli, The Bird's Nest, here to support Morrisville Bulldog football. Thanks also to the Morrisville Y, the Morrisville YMCA on board for tonight's game. And thanks to Yardley Auto Body, all helping to make portions of tonight's game possible. The Bulldogs hosting the Knights of Renaissance Academy. And now back to the marching band here as we get you closer to kickoff on BCB. All right, Morrisville Bulldog football on WBCB, getting you closer to kickoff. And on homecoming, the Bulldogs host Renaissance Academy, and the Bulldogs riding some big energy, 4-1 coming into today's game. Meanwhile, the Renaissance Academy Knights still looking for their first win of the season. And talking about big energy and some momentum, Gus, last week, a come-from-behind victory for this Bulldog team. They were down 19-0, and it looked pretty bleak at halftime, that's for sure.
Yeah, and especially to come back from more than 2 touchdowns of a game and of a deficit, that's a great feeling to come back from that and try to keep that momentum coming into this next game.
And part of the story there was that their place kicker was not available in the first half. He was going from one event to another. He's a dual sport athlete. I think actually a tri-sport athlete. He plays soccer, football, and runs some track.
Oh, wow.
And he was, I think they had a soccer thing going on. So he jumps off the bus, gets his football gear on, comes over at halftime, and says to Coach Cohen, "I'm sorry, I wasn't able to be here." And Coach says, "You know what? We didn't need you." And he points to the scoreboard, says 19-0. Meanwhile, the team begins a huge comeback, and they erase the deficit, tie it up at 19-19, and then in the final moments of the game, Enrique Viramontes comes out. He's the guy who was playing soccer and wasn't even at the game in the first half, and he kicks the winning field goal to get the game. And we actually got some video that we want to show you from a great moment in Bulldog football, helping to push them to 4-1 in last week's game as I mean, that was a great moment. And last week, getting the victory over Academy of the New Church here at home. Homecoming tonight as the Bulldogs get set to take the field. Again, riding a 4-1 momentum here into this game. Their only loss coming to Lower Moreland. And Gus, the Bulldogs are attendees of our high school coaches roundtable show on Wednesdays at WBCB. So sometimes I get the inside story.
Great show, great show.
And the Bulldogs, although they lost that game, they felt there were some serious football injustices down the stretch that prevented them from getting a win, which they deserved, and feel like they ought to be and are a 5-0 team as much as a 4-1 team. I mean, you are what your record says you are.
Yeah.
And they did lose that game to Lower Moreland, but there was stuff down the stretch that they were like, I don't know, they had their palms skyward, saying, "What the heck is going on here?"
Yeah, sometimes it can get like that, but what are you going to do? You got to move on. You got to look to this next game, and now you're here.
And they turn the page, and they start slow against Academy of the New Church last week, and that's been something that has plagued this Bulldog team. Although they're off to a great start, they haven't gotten off to great starts within the games.
Which is weird to see for teams that are able to come out and win a bunch of these games, especially from large deficits. To see them get off to such rough starts, it's peculiar to see, but maybe you're starting to feel the season out, figure everything out within your team, and maybe this is going to be one of the first games where you come out, you start hot.
And here they are coming out onto the field as we overlook Robert Morris Field to get you closer to kick off the Morrisville Bulldogs here in 2024, 4-1, and defending district champions at the 1A level. And looking for a big game out of Ray Holman, and they've gotten some big performances from number 4 throughout the season and throughout his career here as a Bulldog. The senior at one point this year was the leading rusher in the state of Pennsylvania, and after their game against Lower Moreland, I mean, they really got going with a 3-0 record, and expecting a big game here today from Raymond Holman, who will be carrying the football quite a bit tonight. At least that's what I expect to see from the Bulldogs here against RA, Renaissance Academy. Again, struggling again, still looking for their first W.
Yeah, but like you say, you're going to see a lot of running the football for this Bulldogs team, and it's because they have that guy with the talent, like we were talking about a little bit before we went on air, of him like going to Penn State, just looking there, seeing there on the sidelines. So he's got that type of talent.
All right, right now, We Honor America, the national anthem, as we get ready for kickoff. All right, let's get to it. The Bulldogs hosting the Knights of Renaissance Academy Charter School. Chris Ermer with Gus Barber and Ava Fife bringing you the coverage here from Morrisville, PA. And again, 4-1 so far for the Bulldogs. That has earned them the top spot at the 1A level in District 1, but they got to keep it going and look to do so tonight. This is a team that they'll play a couple of times this season. Also, they'll be mixing it up with Bristol right at the end of the regular season, and we've added 3 more Morrisville games to our schedule on WBCB, including their Thanksgiving Day hookup with the Warriors. So looking forward to that. And but we've got our focus on tonight's game and homecoming for the Bulldogs. So stay with us at halftime. We'll have the homecoming pageantry and ceremonies. Meet the homecoming court.
It's always fun. You see the kids come out into the half midfield, and they're holding each other's arms and seeing who's going to be the homecoming king and queen.
All right, out there representing the Bulldogs, captains Kair Rankins, Javi Robledo, Shakur Dismukes, Tristan Hall, and Gavin Zelanka, as we'll see how we get this one started. Fortunately, the rain has let up a little bit. We've been feeling some of the distant effects from this tropical depression, Helen, in our area, and our prayers and concerns going out to everybody who is right in the path of that storm. It has been a doozy, and we're even getting a little weather from it way out here, far from the main impacts of that storm. It will be the Morrisville Bulldogs to receive the football to get this one underway. And brought to you by Yardley Auto Body. So awesome to have so much buy-in from the community, like from the Morrisville Y.
We're going to score on the second play.
And a lot of times I don't disagree with the notion, Gus, of deferring on the kick and getting the football in the second half. But when you have a high-powered offense like this Bulldog attack, why not take the football first? We will get to see them see what they can do against the Knights.
Yeah, it's a tale of 2 different tactics, Do
Yep.
you want to get the ball first now and try to get points quickly? Or do you want to get the ball first in the second half, try to get that extra offensive possession? It's 2 different strategies, You can't knock either way.
Who's that? Who's
got to
that?
see what you decide at game time.
The Renaissance Academy Knights, Gus, are out of Phoenixville, Pennsylvania, and a very young roster. Only 2 seniors on the roster for RA.
Well, I feel like we were just saying that not long ago for this Morrisville team, but now you're starting to see them grow together, and you've seen what they've been able to conquer growing together on this team.
Absolutely. 3 straight wins to start the season, taking down New Hope Solbury, Columbia Montour Votech, where they played up a few classifications. Columbia Montour is a 4A school, the Bulldogs a 1A school, but they took care of Columbia Montour. Also, Pequea Valley went down. They're a 3A school, and so 3 straight wins, a great start for the Bulldogs. And then in that Lower Moreland game, they fought hard and felt like they had some opportunities in the fourth quarter. Felt like they had the game in the fourth quarter, but unfortunately didn't get the calls, and that's their only loss so far of the season. Big bounce back against ANC, and we showed the video just a bit ago of Viramontes and his game-winning field goal. And we are underway tonight. A short sidewards kick that goes out of bounds and draws the flags for the procedure infraction.
Did we get yards for that? Yeah, they
So we can place that right where it went out of bounds. They're going to mark it at the 40. And that's where the Bulldogs will get started.
Ooh.
And mention...
Very interesting way to start this game.
And leading the way for Morrisville has been Ray Holman, 79 carries and 901 yards. He's gotten into the end zone 10 times, and the signal caller for this Bulldog team is Kai Rankins.
It's crazy for you to say that, like 900 yards already, and it's only like week, 4 or 5?
Yeah, and you mentioned Kai Rankins, a senior, also Ray Holman in his senior season. So those guys bringing that experience into this year, movement up front. And before we get started tonight, we got 2 flags, one for the kickoff and one before the first play from scrimmage. for an offside on the Knights.
You don't want to see flags start this many to start the game. It's not a good sign for how the game's going to go.
Well, it is great to have everybody with us tonight here from Morrisville, Pennsylvania. Chris, Gus, and Ava bringing you the coverage.
Right.
This time, Kai Rankins from the gun gives the football to Holman. Holman breaks it to the outside, up to the 40, 35, 30, and they're not going to stop him. He goes into the end zone for a touchdown. All right, a 55-yard touchdown for Ray Holman. A great start for the Morrisville Bulldogs on a homecoming Friday under the lights here at Robert Morris Field. They were not able to hit the extra point. The try was no good, so 6-0 our score. And really just underway, 11:48 to go. So just 12 seconds off of the game clock. And the Bulldogs already getting Ray Holman loose with a 55-yard touchdown run.
Man, he was able to break it outside and just show off the jets. Just go right up the sideline, put the burners on. Man, what a run there.
Great speed and great balance, smooth as silk. Ray Holman into the end zone. Tonight's game brought to you by Nick's Pizza in the Morrisville Shopping Center, family owned and operated, and they offer delivery all day, every day to the greater Morrisville area. Let Nick's Pizza and Family Restaurant bring their authentic Italian pizza cuisine to your front door. Private parties, office meeting, or Eagles parties, and Nick's Famous Pizza and Wings, great for tailgating. Homemade pasta dishes, their famous tomato pie, wraps, steak sandwiches, and subs. And they do it all at Nick's Pizza. Check them out online at nickspizzamorrisville.com. That's Nick's Pizza, Morrisville.com.
Oh, you're making me hungry, Chris.
Nick's Pizza Family Restaurant, open Sunday through Thursday, 11 to 7:30. Fridays and Saturdays, 11 to 8:30 in the Morrisville Shopping Center. A line drive kickoff that the Knights return from the 20, and a decent return up to the 40-yard line. A good job there by Zion Christie. Gives the Knights decent field position for their first possession of the night.
Yeah, now Morrisville was able to one play, one touchdown. Let's see what Renaissance Academy can do against this Morrisville defense.
Yes, for Morrisville, as good as they've been offensively, have also been good on this side of the football too.
It's all that experience from these young guys that have been able to grow on this team. You know, you see playing time, it really evolves you as a player.
1st and 10 from the 40, and a delayed handoff that is going to lose a couple of yards. First guy in there for the Morrisville Bulldogs was the Shark, Shakur Dismukes. And is a loss of about 4 yards on the carry. Oh, yeah, feeling that Friday Night Lights energy.
Yes.
2nd and long for the Knights of RA.
You can feel the brisk air. It feels so good.
From the gun, Zayden Brown is going to throw the football, but a little bit too high for intended receiver Zion Christie. Goes out of bounds, incomplete. Jovan Rivera over there defensively for the Bulldogs brings up 3rd and long for the Knights.
Yeah, just overthrew his receiver a little bit there. But as you can hear, the band right in front of us, it's going to be a fun night. Literally Friday night feel. just overthrew his receiver. Kind of, it looked like he had a little separation, but overthrown.
Yeah, and a great night tonight. The weather cooperating a little bit more. And yeah, it's great to have the band right in front of us.
Yeah. You can feel the vibration from the drums, from the trumpets. That's what we come here for.
Brown again in the gun, 3rd and long. And he'll look to pass, and it's nearly picked off. That was a possible pick 6 for Captain Tristan Hall. The senior had it in his hands but couldn't quite hold on to it. But it is a pass breakup, and 4th and long will force Renaissance Academy to kick it away.
Man, he almost had a pick 6 in his hands. In and out, just could not get it.
And Gus, I think they went to the same play, and that time Tristan knew what was coming.
Yeah.
Jumped the route.
Obviously, he almost took it to the crib.
All right, 4th and long, back to receive is Rivera. A high snap, and the punt is blocked. The Bulldogs get to it. I think that might have been Holman who got a hand on it. Either Holman or Caraway.
Either way, great job by them to just get in the backfield and pressure the punter.
Well, this week on the Roundtable Show, Mike Gannon was our guest. And Mike talked about needing a total team effort against the Knights this week. Wanted to make sure they did well on offense, defense, and special teams, checked all the boxes. And so far in the early going, they have done that.
Yeah, they're checking all the boxes.
Big touchdown play, a 3 and out, and then a blocked punt. And now Holman, who starts to go in motion, and flag comes out. Another offside is assessed to the Knights. 10:33 to go, first quarter. We want to thank our sponsors for helping to make portions of tonight's game possible, like Ben's Deli, a tradition here in Morrisville. Rankins calls for it, gives to Holman, pops it out again, and Ray Holman is going to find his way into the end zone again.
Man, is he fast.
This time, a 30-yard touchdown strike. And on those 2 plays alone, Ray Holman is up to 85 yards with 2 TDs on the night.
And we were wondering, not wondering, but saying, how crazy it sounds for him to have 900 yards already on the year. But you've seen it in those 2 plays alone.
And I thought maybe they would try to go for 2 here, but they will opt for the extra point.
83 yards.
And back out again for Viramonte, splits the uprights. And the Bulldogs lead it 13-0 with 10:24 to go here in the first quarter. Tonight's game on WBCB brought to you by the Bird's Nest in Morrisville. Right there on the corner of Philadelphia and Pennsylvania Avenues. Family-owned business, open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner every day starting at 7 a.m. Stop in for breakfast. Get some of the best omelets, waffles, pancakes, and French toast in the area. And they have some awesome lunch specials that change weekly along with homemade soups. Check out their website online to see their full menu at rjsbirdsnest.net. Very family-friendly environment, great restaurant, fair prices. Check them out for some great food on the corner of Philadelphia and Pennsylvania Avenues in Morrisville. And we thank them for making portions of tonight's game possible on BCB. A couple of big touchdown runs, explosive plays for Raymond Holman. He's now got 12 touchdowns here this season. The kickoff taken at the 30, and no return as the Knights' Ashley Blank takes a knee. So they'll begin at their own 30-yard line, 1st and 10. And their first few plays from scrimmage all went the wrong way for Renaissance Academy.
Yeah, first drive didn't go as well, so let's see if they can, do some tweaks here in the second drive.
Call timeout.
Oh, there's a timeout.
Timeout taken by the Knights and comes with 10:21 to go. First quarter. Tonight's game on WBCB also made possible by Morrisville Chiropractic. They provide quick and effective pain relief through natural healing at Morrisville Chiropractic, 632 Crown Street. They pledge to make you, the patient, part of their chiropractic family. In addition to providing neck pain relief, Morrisville Chiropractic will also improve your overall health. Proper chiropractic treatment equals better health, so you can enjoy doing the things you like to do. Morrisville Chiropractic at 632 Crown Street on the corner of East Trenton Avenue, opposite the Morrisville Shopping Center. They're open Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 10 to 1 and from 3 to 6. Tuesdays open 1 to 6. Visit MorrisvilleChiropracticCenter.com. So Ray Holman with a couple of big-time touchdown rushes. But you got to credit the guys up front like center Mike Torian, guard Tristan Javier.
Yeah, without those guys, these holes don't open up, or these guys start getting blocked. That's, quarterback and running backs' best friends are the offensive line. At least they should be.
And Ray Holman, he doesn't need a lot of daylight to do his thing.
No, he puts on the burners quick, man.
And so far, he is putting on a show here in this homecoming game.
Got to show out for Hoko.
Absolutely, right? And again, stay with us at halftime. We'll meet the homecoming court. Second possession of the night beginning for the Knights from their own 30-yard line. And from the gun, Brown hands off, and Alex Brown, the Morrisville junior, greets him right in the hole with a tough tackle, and no gain on the play. Looked like there was a little bit of daylight there, but Alex Brown shuts it down. And a little bit of physicality, certainly a hallmark of this Mitch Cohen Bulldog team. From the gun, Brown claps his hands, completes the pass. He's got Zion Christie, but it's a short gain as Christie brought down quickly by Dismukes.
It looked like they were able to gain about 2 there. Nice little quick curl drag route. Got a little separation, able to complete the pass. It's not too big of a gain.
Dismukes, not only a football player, but a member of the basketball team for Morrisville, and does a little fishing in his spare time.
Oh, fishing. We all like to go fish here and there. Catch a bass, catch a catfish. I don't know why I got Southern there.
Well, he was one of our guests at the Roundtable show, and we get to know the players a little bit more, some of their interests and hobbies. Brown looks to the other side of the field, now throws over the middle, and incomplete. That time, Christie a little bit behind him, but he couldn't hold on. And the incompletion brings up 4th and about 8. And so an easy decision here for RA to kick it away, but their first punt was no bueno. The snap was not good, and the punt ended up getting blocked. Back to receive the kick is Rankins.
See if the punt unit can get a little pressure on the punter again.
A better snap, a high kick, not a deep one, and it's going to land at the 50-yard line and take a sidewards hop out of bounds as a flag comes out.
Flag on the play.
That time a better kick by the Knights, but it still will set the Bulldogs up with good field position at the 50, but we'll see what this flag is about. Yeah, Holman tonight over 80 yards on the ground and 2 TDs. It will go against Morrisville. And so they're going to mark it from the spot of the foul.
Huh.
And on this personal foul, this is going to move the football up to give the Knights a possible. Wait, they're going to re-kick. Okay.
It was after the play.
I thought the flag was after the play, though.
Which way are they going?
I don't know what's going on. I'm all in a tizzy. Tizzy, fizzy, fizzy, tizzy.
All right, it was against the Bulldogs, so they're walking it the right way. And after they mark off the yardage, that's enough for the Knights to get a fresh set of downs. A costly penalty for the Bulldogs. And if that's a dead ball foul, the kick should count. And right now, Coach Cohen is stating his case. And they're explaining that it happened, I guess, while the kick was in the air, before possession.
It's a post-possession play.
And so 1st and 10 now for the Knights as they've got the football up at the 42-yard line. Brown again from the gun. Claps his hand, throws over the middle, and it's intercepted. No, broken up. Yes, picked off.
Wow.
Alex Brown with the INT. And the Bulldogs take it back. They almost had an interception earlier in the game, and that time for Renaissance Academy, too many times they tried to do that same play over the middle.
They're just going to, you keep doing the same trick over and over again, the dog's going to figure out. And these dogs are figuring out. You see what I did there?
No question about it, yeah. They're teaching the dogs a new trick. This time, handoff to Dismukes, and Dismukes gets loose. He charges down the field, and Dismukes finally spun down, but it's after another huge play and a Bulldog first down.
Another big gain, though, by the Bulldogs.
Get it up to the 15-yard line with a 1st and 10. Yeah, so the first give to Dismukes. Also, some big yardage. So 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line. Bulldogs on the drive again, up 13-0, 8:20 remaining in the first quarter. And before the play, offside. The third offside tonight on Renaissance Academy. So this makes it a little bit easier on the Dogs as they move it up 1st and 5 now.
I can hear you.
Ray Holman in the backfield. Play action. Rankins throws into the end zone for the touchdown.
Oh, wow.
Rankins hits Alex Brown, the junior. And it is now 19-0 with just under 8 remaining in the first quarter.
The Bulldogs asserting their dominance quickly and early. Like you said, a team that hasn't really started early or quickly in these games. Now you're seeing it.
And this time they didn't need Ray Holman. They go to Dismukes. They throw into the end zone to Alex Brown. And the extra point, that's all messed up, but it wound up being a 2-point conversion. Dismukes into the end zone to make it 21-0.
Yeah, it looked like a little trickery, but not sure if it was a broken play or if it was a planned play. But nonetheless, 2 points it is.
touchdown. He's got 6 TDs to 2 interceptions and adds another one as he hits Alex Brown. Brown with his second TD of the year. And was that a 10? That was a 10-yard pass. 10-yard pass into the end zone. 21-0, and still got 8 minutes to go in quarter number 1.
The worst part about that is on film now.
Viramontes with the kickoff. Comes down at the 15 and taken to the outside by Ashley Blank. And Blank puts together a pretty nice return as he goes to the far side of the field, ushered out of bounds at the 35. And that's where the Knights take over, 1st and 10. Still trying to get something going here, but these are some hungry dogs. I mean, these guys have come to play on homecoming night under the lights, Robert Morris Field, and they're not getting cheated of their experience so far here as they're bringing their A game.
Yeah, no, they were trying to show out here on homecoming, and you're seeing it right now, 21-0.
And as we mentioned, from the Knights, struggling this season and a very young roster with only a couple of seniors on there. But how do you get better? Experience. So they're going through it tonight, working on things against the Bulldogs as Zayden Brown calling for the football. And he'll throw, and it's picked off. Another interception. Zayden Gomez, and Gomez will take that one to the house. Another Bulldog touchdown to make it 27-0 with 7:37 to go. And just everything going right for Morrisville, nothing going right for RA. Thought their receiver had a little bit of separation, but a nice break on the ball by Gomez. And then he saw the end zone. And
yeah, you saw the ball kind of float up there for a little bit, and that gave Gomez plenty of time to get there and get the pick. And once he got the ball, he was looking for red in the end zone.
He said, this is my chance on homecoming night to make something happen.
This is my moment. Ain't nobody got to take it from me.
Viramontes with a low extra point.
Right into
it
the back
is
of the lineman.
no good. So 27-0. Bulldogs in front on homecoming night. Also going to be homecoming for the Pennsbury Falcons, and we've got that game on WBCB tomorrow afternoon. They will host Central Bucks South. And tonight's game brought to you by one of the most unique places in Morrisville and all of Bucks County, Debbie's Crafts and Personalized Gifts at 78 East Bridge Street. Debbie's Crafts and Gifts, handcrafted gifts like tumblers and clay pot people, plus mango and crew custom crafts, plus they have wreaths for the holidays and other occasions. Debbie's Crafts also has some very unique furniture pieces. If you're looking for that special gift you just won't find anywhere else, visit Debbie's Crafts and Personalized Gifts at 78 East Bridge Street in Morrisville. Open Monday through Saturday. Call for hours at 215-906-4011. That's 215-906-4011. And great to have Debbie's Crafts and Personalized Gifts supporting Morrisville Bulldog football here on WBCB.
I like crafts.
What's not to like?
I know, it's fun. I want to start doing some more crafts. I want to do some Halloween crafts. Spooky.
Well, talking about crafts, the Knights here have to find some creativity, as that's a short kick picked up by Blank. And Blank, he's done a good job when he's had the football in his hands. That time a little bit more east-west than north-south, but he does set the Knights up at the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 for Renaissance Academy Charter School. mentioned earlier, we've added 3 more Morrisville Bulldog football games to our WBCB lineup, and we're going to be with you on Thanksgiving Day as the Bulldogs take on the Bristol Warriors. Right now, this defense trying to get after it again. Already with 2 takeaways against Renaissance Academy. They might try to go back to the ground game a little bit. They've been throwing the football around, and they do hand it off on first down, but nothing there at all. Alex Brown is there. He's the guy. Not only with some great defensive plays, but caught a touchdown. That's the other thing. When you get to the 1A level, versatility is so necessary, and guys, stamina might even be a better word for the requirements, because you got to play both sides of the football. You're out there pretty much all the time.
Got to run a lot. You got to do a lot of cardio.
A loss of 5 yards on first down. And the junior QB calls for the football, throws out to the flat, but the pass a little bit low and incomplete. Intended for Zion Christie. Not a bad idea there, try to get Christie the football out in a little bit of space, but the Bulldogs are cutting that space down. It looks like there's something there, but not for long.
Yeah, but you gotta get your ball to your receivers' hands quickly, especially like the way they're playing right now. Just try to get to the playmakers, and hopefully they can do something.
You know, Gus, homecoming night, and one of the great traditions here in Morrisville is to see the band parade down the street and come into Robert Morris Field, into the stadium here,
awesome.
Right?
We looked over, and I'm like, I thought I heard a band coming.
Maybe that's why we got so much support for tonight's game, because the band is spreading the word about Bulldog football. That time the give goes to Christie on a jet sweep, but no contain over there on the edge, and it's all Bulldogs. A whole pack of them making the tackle.
Rough.
One of the guys coming off there was Captain Tristan Hall. And RA again in a 4th and long, 4th and 20 as we get down to the 6-minute mark of the first quarter. Yeah, I think Coach Cohen, from what I heard from him, expecting to play his starters throughout this first half. And because it won't be long now before he starts to get some of the guys who don't have as much experience in there and start to share this homecoming experience with all the guys on the sideline, get everybody in there.
Yeah, it's great to get everybody experience, but especially on homecoming, get in front of everybody, it's a great feeling.
All right, timeout on the field comes with 5:31 to go in the first quarter. And we will keep it right here to, again, recognize all this great community support we're getting for tonight's game. And since 1958, I was going to say 68, but no, not giving them enough credit.
Not enough credit.
58, still cooking from scratch. Ben's Deli at 103 East Bridge Street in Morrisville. Ben's Deli serving the best breakfast in town, starting at 6 a.m. every day. And Ben's still serving the best Italian deluxe hoagie in all of Morrisville, along with all of their hot and cold sandwiches, wraps, and burgers. For catering of any size, no one does it better than Ben's Deli, specializing in their own fresh roasts and homemade entrees, cold cut and sandwich trays, specialty hoagies, and Ben's famous homemade salads and desserts. Ben's Deli, cafe, and catering since 1958. Open 7 days from 6 to 6, Saturday and Sunday till 2 p.m. at 103 East Bridge Street in Morrisville. All right, they're going for potentially a long fourth down conversion for RA, and Brown from the gun is pressured, throws out to the flat, and a diving attempt by Morrisville, and the ball lands incomplete. Again, that was Alex Brown who had the best potential play on the football, but it's a turnover on downs. Bulldogs take over with 5:25 to go, first quarter.
Great field position. It was risky. It was 4th and long, but when you get down so much, you got to start thinking about getting risky. This early in the game, it's crazy to think all this action. We're still only in the first quarter.
And the Bulldogs right back to work, and this offense has been explosive. A couple of touchdowns for Ray Holman, who right now is the lone setback. Holman gets the handoff from Hennessy, and Holman keeps those legs churning. That's going to be a 10-yard pickup and a Bulldog first down. And that puts Ray Holman right near the century mark tonight. I've got him for 95 yards.
Wow.
Holman not only having a great season, but holds the school record for rushing yardage at 268. He's got 101 here so far tonight. 1st and 10 for the Dogs. Hennessy under center.
Oh, my goodness.
A counter rush. Again, Ray Holman splitting defenders. And again, Ray Holman into the end zone for the touchdown. This time, a 23-yard touchdown strike.
He made like 4 guys miss on that run. What a crazy run there by Holman.
A great run and a great call, great play call there as he cuts against the defense and scores his 13th TD of the season, makes it 33-0 with 4:34 to go here in quarter number 1. And Villamontes with a high looping extra point that is good. So 34-0 with 4:34 to go first quarter after Ray Holman again into the end zone, this time from 23 yards away. Tonight's game here on WBCB brought to you by the Trentonian. Outstanding local and national sports coverage that you can count on 7 days a week. It's all in the pages of the Trentonian. And we mentioned all the support we're getting from the Morrisville community thanks to the Morrisville YMCA. If your child missed the kindergarten cutoff date but turned 3 by September the 1st, then your family may qualify for free, high-quality preschool right here at the YMCA in Morrisville. River Crossing YMCA proudly offers pre-K, the Pre-K Counts program, to Pennsylvania families and that qualify at their Morrisville branch. We'll tell you more about that. Again, thanks to the Morrisville Y for their support of Bulldog football on BCB. Bulldogs putting on a show. It's been a party here. Homecoming. A low line drive kick taken at the 28 and then sliding down. I think that was Zayden Brown, who slides down just across the 30. And they'll say his forward progress was the 30-yard line, and that's where the Knights will get going again. Well, they better figure out where Alex Brown is, because he has been a handful with an interception, and he's come up with some big plays in the run game as well. Only a couple of times that the Knights have tried to run the football, and both have resulted in losses. The passing game hasn't worked that much, but that's been a little bit better for RA as Zayden Brown on the swing route tries to hit his running back, and the pass a little bit low and incomplete. Zamir Covington, the junior, targeted on that one, 2nd and 10.
You want to get a little rowdy, Chris?
Yeah, we're getting rowdy on a Friday night.
Rowdy at homecoming.
Homecoming 2024. Again, we'll have the homecoming court at halftime. Chris Ermer, Gus Barber, Ava Fife with you from Morrisville, PA. Mentioned RA out of Phoenixville, PA. And you look back at their seasons in the recent past. They have had their struggles, and there's a certain respect that you got to give to the program that continues to compete and get after it week in and week out. Wow, great tackle out there by Merrick Johnson. The sophomore knifes right in there, and it's another loss. Both of these teams out of the Bicentennial League. And both at the 1A level, but there's been a whole new attitude, a whole new feel under Coach Mitch Cohen. Last week, again, a district championship for this Bulldog team. And Mitch Cohen feels really confident about where this team, where he expects them to be. I mean, you don't want to get ahead of yourselves, ahead of each game, but he feels good about where he expects them to be when they get ready for the Bristol game at the end of the regular season. Zayden Brown throwing out to the flat and picked off by Jovan Rivera. And Rivera takes it into the end zone. A pick six, the second tonight for the Bulldogs. And that makes it 40-0 with 3:09 to go in the first quarter.
Wow. Wow, that's all you can really say right now.
Boy, and that time the throw just off the mark ends up being right to Rivera. Kind of hit him between the numbers. And so they bring out Viramontes. These extra points have not been looking great. Rankins puts it down for him. A low line driver, and that's through the upright, so it counts, but was not what you would call a thing of beauty as far as a place kick is concerned. And for the Bulldogs, they can get a little picky on a night where they're up 41-0. Tonight's game on BCB, again, made possible by Debbie's Crafts, one of the most unique places in Morrisville and all of Bucks County. Debbie's Crafts and personalized gifts at 79 East Bridge Street. And Debbie's Crafts and Gifts, handcrafted gifts like tumblers and clay pot people, plus Magoo and Crew custom crafts. I messed that part up the first time. Magoo and Crew custom crafts, and they have wreaths for the holidays and other occasions. Debbie's Crafts also has some very unique furniture pieces. If you're looking for that special gift you just won't find anywhere else, visit Debbie's Crafts and personalize gifts. 78 East Bridge Street in Morrisville, open Monday through Saturday. Call for hours at 215-906-4011. Again, that's 215-906-4011. Debbie's Crafts and personalize gifts. Viramontes with a short little onside kick, and the Knights will fall on it and secure the football. So that's up to the 44-yard line. It looked like he got under that one, maybe got more of the tee than the ball, but not a situation, Gus, where you'd think an onside kick is warranted.
No, definitely not. You're not trying to that on purpose.
That was just like a weird. Yeah. And so far, Viramontes today seems like he's not. I don't know. He's not making good contact with the football. Brown, a little option look. Finds a seam, turns it upfield, and the RA Knights are up near the 50-yard line. Nice pickup there on the quarterback keeper, and they'll mark him down at the 48. Pickup of a few. Yeah, 41-0. And that scoring attributed to 2 interceptions for touchdown. On second down, weaving through some traffic. That time it's Christie with the football for the Knights, and RA with a first down up to the 41. Overhearing some of the assistant coaches up here in the press box with us, and the score 41-0, and I think they said they've only run like 8 offensive plays.
Crazy stat. That's one of those mind-boggling stats. It's like, that can't be true, but it is.
And it helps when you score twice on defense. And then some big explosive runs from their feature back, Ray Holman. Gus kind of mentioned it a little bit earlier, and I saw it on Facebook, so I'm no expert, but I did see that Holman had what looked like an official visit to Penn State, which seemed like it was a great experience. He was down there on the sideline. A low snap picked up by Christie, and that ball is up for grabs. Merrick Johnson picks it up, and he streaks down the field, but they're going to say that was a forward pass and an incompletion. A break for Renaissance Academy.
Yeah.
It looked like that was a lateral. And we got to check the WBCB replay maybe. You can archive, all of our games are archived, so anybody who's with us tonight, you want to go back and check out the game, go to a certain area.
You can go a couple seconds back right now as we're talking about this. Go back. You can see it again. Go back.
See the action there. Yeah.
You're hearing me 18 times right now.
We have TV technology up there.
So 1st and 10. Down to 1:19 in the first quarter. The Knights moving the football. Brown claps his hand. Lateral is out, and one missed tackle. And nice little job by Covington. He goes out of bounds near the 35. They'll say he was out at the 36. 5-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, he's been that way for. No, not at all.
Knights here finding a little bit of running room on this drive.
I believe it's 3rd down, Chris. I'm not 100% sure.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. 3rd and 5. Thank you, Gus.
No problem. That's what I'm here for.
1:11 on the first quarter clock.
Even in my little corner.
It's all about the accuracy. We try. Brown back there. Throws the football up for grabs, and it's another Bulldog interception. This time, Merrick Johnson with it, and he takes it down the far sideline, returning it up to the 35, and he is tackled from behind. They get to him at the 30, but it's a huge interception, and the Bulldogs are set up with great field position again. That one was almost their 3rd pick six tonight.
Yeah, and another one, the ball just kind of floated up there and just gave enough time for the quarterback.
And Merrick Johnson was the guy who picked up what was called a forward pass, what looked more like a lateral. And so for him to get that interception, a little redemption there, or he's able to have his moment.
His own personal redemption
on
there.
homecoming night.
What'd you call, Mitch?
And again, sets up the Bulldogs. Great field position at the 30.
Okay. I can't hear Mitch anymore.
And we're just under a minute to go in the first quarter. And offside for the fourth time are the Knights. And I'm not seeing if there's movement or if they're just lining up over the football.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. They might just be lining up over the ball because I'm not seeing any early movement.
Yeah, nobody's jumping, but you got to stay on your side of the football. And
Have to. It's a must.
And a run right up the gut. Quarterback, or no, that time it was Caraway with the carry. And that is another Morrisville Bulldog first down. Bulldogs in complete command tonight, still in the first quarter as we get down to the half-minute mark. And Morrisville in front 41-zip, threatening for more.
You know what? I'm just going to talk like I'm on the radio.
Backs in the eye. And the give is to Hennessy inside the 10. Another Morrisville Bulldog first down.
Like 17. Let Joanne run 17. Somebody hear me.
And the Dogs with a first and goal. And that's the end of quarter number one. Bulldogs up big on homecoming night high school football on WBCB. We'll step aside and return to Robert Morris Field in just a moment.
When it comes to plumbing, there's only one trusted name for your home or business. That's Ben Franklin Plumbing of Levittown. Whether it's drains, water heaters, faucets, or sewers, Ben Franklin Plumbing of Levittown can solve all of your plumbing problems. Time-tested and punctual since 1984. It's Ben Franklin Plumbing of Levittown. Call them at 215-943-1776. That's 215-943-1776 for Ben Franklin Plumbing of Levittown, a proud supporter of high school athletics in Bucks County.
BCWSA customers, former Phillies pitcher Tommy Green here. I played on the 1993 National League champs, so I know a thing or two about what it's like playing on a winning team. BCWSA has
All right, we go to quarter number two. Having a great time on homecoming night for the Morrisville Bulldogs. The band sounding great. Cheerleaders doing their thing. And the football team has not missed an opportunity to strike against this Renaissance Academy team. And they've done it in all different ways. Interceptions for touchdowns, some big rushing plays, a touchdown throw into the end zone. And heck, add in some great special teams play as well, as they had a blocked punt earlier tonight.
A nice variety of touchdowns. It's like a charcuterie board. You got all different types. All different types of food, different types of touchdowns. Charcuterie. That's one of those weird words like horse fedor hors d'oeuvres.
So up 41-0 and just getting back to it in the second quarter. And the Bulldogs up big and on the doorstep. And it looks like we got wholesale changes for Morrisville, and they give it to the big guy, Nick Jobs. And he rumbles into the end zone, the senior with a TD. All right, hold on a second. Nick Jobs, I got to see that. That's got to be his first touchdown of the year. I would think that might be his first touchdown of his football career.
It has to be.
right? Nick Jobs is not typically a guy who carries the football, but they put him in there, jumbo package, make it 47-0. And the extra point is good, 48-0, with 11:54 remaining in the second quarter. And I believe that was not only Nick's first touchdown, that was Nick's first rush of the year.
Wow.
So again, we circle back to what we were saying a bit ago, how they're doing it all different ways, and
what a better time to have it on homecoming.
And again, the Bulldogs are coming off of a couple of really close games, losing to Lower Merion a couple of weeks ago, and then had to come from behind against ANC. One of the things they were concerned about was getting slow starts, and they had no problem with that tonight. They got off to a very quick start. Second play from scrimmage was a touchdown for Ray Holman, and they just kept piling on from there.
Pile keeps getting bigger and bigger.
Viramontes has the whistle. And there has a better effort on that kickoff. Picked up. And a return. Awesome daylight there for Christie, but gets tripped up as he steps through a little bit of a hole.
That's a tough one right there.
Maybe could have mounted a little bit of a better return.
Yeah.
But they'll set the Knights up on their own 30-yard line.
He's gonna want that one back, but it wasn't a bad, you had some space, just a little shoestring tackle.
So Bulldogs letting their starters go for most of this first half. The defense back to work. Brown with Covington in the backfield. Hands off to Covington. And Covington dropped for a loss. Shark at Dismukes in there, the junior, with a nice play.
What was that? Yeah. I'd say too many.
Well, on those running plays, there's just penetration right into the backfield, Gus, and as soon as the handoff is made, there's somebody bringing down the ball carrier.
Yeah, the Bulldogs have just been in their face tonight. Academy just has found zero rhythm offensively so far here in this first half.
Here's spread formation, 4 receivers for Brown, and his pass is knocked down again. Dismukes with the play.
It's time now for the best high school sports action from the WBCB Sports Network. Catch the best games from Bucks and Mercer County at WBCBsports.com and our Facebook.
All right, there, a punt return by Jovan Rivera sets up the Bulldogs with good field position and a big lead on homecoming night. So the punt might have been the move, but the return has the Bulldogs just outside the red zone. Double wing to the near side. The give goes to Holman. Holman bouncing off one tackler, keeps the feet going, and he's got a pickup of 10 yards. And that's good for a Morrisville Bulldog first down. And my apologies there. That was Lorenz Austin, as Ray Holman, his night is done. At least he's out for the time being. And you look up at the scoreboard, you say, and there was some movement by the Knights. They come across the line of scrimmage, another offside by Renaissance Academy. That's a handful of them now.
Don't want to see those. Definitely don't want to see those.
You know, and looking at this matchup, Gus coming in, I was thinking, if RA can bring their A game, you know, maybe they can do some things against Morrisville. And I'd like to see, you know, that type of contest. And Morrisville is the team that really brought their A game tonight.
Yes.
And this might be the best football they have played this season. And then RA also is making mistakes and just not coming together for them.
He's got to run harder than that.
As we get down to the 9-minute mark of the second quarter. Under center freshman Julian Hennessy, now at quarterback for the Bulldogs. A little muff on the snap. And the center QB exchange, not good right there. Fortunately for Morrisville, they pick the football back up and don't lose possession, but no gain there.
That's the best thing. They didn't lose possession.
Big advantage for Morrisville in that turnover differential. 3 interceptions for the Dogs, including 2 pick sixes tonight. And now up big, we got some of the second string guys trying to strike to the end zone. And it is another offside against Renaissance Academy. And that is going to result, I believe, in a goal-to-go situation. And yeah, they mark off the 5 yards. And the Bulldogs with first and goal.
First and goal for the Bulldogs.
Inside handoff, Tristan Hall. He's into the end zone for a touchdown. Tristan Hall makes it 54-0. 7:27 on the second quarter clock. And just like Nick Jobs, that was probably one of the first carries of the season for Tristan Hall.
And it ended with him in the end zone.
Yeah, he is not on my rushing stat sheet. So Nick Jobs and Tristan Hall with their first touchdowns here in 2024. And another weird-looking extra point. Enrique Viramontes misses that one. So 7:27. We're still in the second quarter. Tonight's game on WBCB, brought to you by Debbie's Crafts. Also thanks to Nick's Pizza. The Bird's Nest in Morrisville and the Morrisville YMCA. Again, the preschool program, if your child missed the kindergarten cutoff date but turned 3 by September the 1st, your family might qualify for high-quality preschool right here at the Morrisville YMCA. River Crossing YMCA proudly offers pre-K counts to Pennsylvania families that qualify at their Morrisville branch. The program focuses on kindergarten readiness skills, social, emotional skills necessary for building lifelong learners. We could use a little bit of that.
We need some learning.
Yeah, especially our social and emotional skills. A low line drive kick, hauled in by the Knights and down to the turf. Yeah.
Social and emotional.
Yeah. Again, that program, Morrisville YMCA, it seems like kind of a specific group. If your child missed the kindergarten cutoff date but turns 3 by September the 1st, your family could qualify for free high-quality preschool right here at the Y in Morrisville. Again, they offer that program to PA families that qualify at their Morrisville branch, and the program focuses on getting ready for kindergarten, a 6-hour-per-day program providing free breakfast and lunch, and having the opportunity for extended daily hours. Don't delay. Apply today. Visit them at rivercrossingymca.org or call 215-736-8077. Another negative play for RA, and another big play by Shakur Dismukes. And Shakur, his nickname is Shark, and that's kind of cool in itself.
Shark.
I'm trying to find, they have like a little meet the players section, and I saw they got info about their nicknames and some of their hobbies and interests, and a description of their playing style, which I like to see. A lot of the guys saying my playing style, aggressive, oh, nearly sacked is Brown, ball comes loose, and they'll say that was an incompletion, a forward pass, and on the play, one of the RA Knights shaken up. So an injury timeout with 6:33 to go in the second quarter. And we'll step aside and return to Robert Morris Field with more high school football in just a moment.
Facebook page. Your home for high school sports is right here at WBCB 1490.
faucets, or sewers, Ben Franklin Plumbing of Levittown can solve all of your plumbing problems. Time-tested and punctual since 1984. It's Ben Franklin Plumbing.
1490 WBCB Levittown and Trenton, and video stream live at WBCBsports.com. Your home for the best local sports in Bucks and Mercer counties.
VITAL. VitaCare Home Health Agency is your neighborhood home health care agency with over 20 years of experience. Nurses, physical therapists, occupational therapists, as well as home health aides will be there to assist you with your daily living and provide the care you need. Call 215-953-9225 to call for quality in-home care. VitaCare staff is multilingual and speaks English, Spanish, Chinese, Vietnamese, Russian, as well as Ukrainian. Call VitaCare today at 215-953-9225 to find out more about how your family and friends can care for you and get paid at the same time. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for long-term, non-medical or skilled care at VitaCare. Don't delay. Call VitaCare today at 215-953-9225.
1490 WBCB Levittown and Trenton, and video stream live at WBCBsports.com. Your home for the best local sports in Bucks and Mercer counties.
Welcome back, Bulldogs all over Renaissance Academy. Injury timeout on the field gives us a moment to let you know tonight's game brought to you by East Coast Printing at the former location of Aspen Casuals. And good to see the injured player back on his feet. Again, thanks to East Coast Printing in the Morrisville Shopping Center. Printing made easier at East Coast Printing, silkscreen and DTF printing services. Create and print your own custom t-shirt. East Coast Printing has a large selection of crew necks, hoodies, t-shirts, and zip-ups in store from youth sizes to 5X. School spirit wear plus Phillies and Eagles apparel, no setup fees, fast turnaround times, and very affordable pricing. For individuals to large groups, East Coast Printing now open in the Morrisville Shopping Center at the former location of Aspen Casuals on East Trenton Avenue. They're open Monday through Friday, 9 to 8, Saturdays from 10 to 3. And we thank East Coast Printing for making portions of tonight's game possible here on WBCB. Thanks also to Ben's Deli, a tradition in Morrisville since 1958 and still cooking from scratch. Great stuff, specialty hoagies, and Ben's famous homemade salads and desserts. Ben's Deli, cafe, and catering since 1958. Open 7 days from 6 to 6, Saturday and Sunday till 2 at 103 East Bridge Street in Morrisville. All right, this is when I get to this point in the copy, Gus. You can't be open 7 days from 6 to 6 and then open Saturday and Sunday till 2.
That math is not math.
Right?
Math is not math.
That's not working out.
No, it's not.
I think open Monday through Friday, 6 to 6. And then on the weekends, Saturday and Sunday, they're open till 2. Right? That makes sense.
That makes more sense.
We should just go over to Ben's Deli and
we should talk to them.
And meanwhile, we can grab a bite.
I'm hungry. It sounds good.
Well, all these great restaurants in Morrisville supporting Bulldog football. And yeah, they are getting us hungry. Ben's Deli and Nick's Pizza. Well, you look at what's next for this Morrisville team. They got Kip Du Bois next week, and then they'll take on Jenkintown, followed by another. Actually, they'll travel to Renaissance Academy Charter, and then they wrap it up with Bristol, and hoping for a district championship opportunity in the beginning of November, and then looking further into November, their Thanksgiving Day game, as they will again take on the Bristol Warriors.
Always a fun game, that game is.
Bulldogs take over with 5:38 to go. Back out onto the field. Freshman quarterback Justin Hennessy. Great night tonight for all of the starters, and now they get some well-deserved rest. The other thing that we were talking about before the game with one of the guys who films for Morrisville football was to make sure that you don't get any of your main guys hurt in a game like this. Trying to get to the outside there is Austin, but he is cut down. Nice play there by the Knights. Right, but now with a big lead, you got your big guys on the sideline, resting up.
You can't afford an injury, especially with this kind of a lead. Just, it's a big thing to worry about.
And with the expectations that this team has, a lot of big games in front of these Bulldogs. Get your guys a little bit of rest. I know
Absolutely.
Coach Cohen really wanted to get Holman going in this game, but when you score with those pick six opportunities, I think then he said, you know what, I want to mix it up, give some other guys some chances. The give there again to Lorenz Austin as the flag comes out on the far side of the field. So on 2nd and 8. The official's trying to signal to the other official, but all right, now we got it. False start on the Bulldogs. I mean, that seems like a weak. You can't decline a false start, can you? I thought that's like a pre-snap
I guess you can.
thing. I guess they just did.
Proved you wrong.
They're showing me.
In your face, Chris.
I formation here with Austin, the tailback. Excuse me, Julian Hennessy, pardon me, called him Justin. Julian with the handoff to the fullback, and Robledo, the junior, who's also a basketball player for the Bulldogs, with a short little gain, brings up 3rd and long. Ooh, 4th and long, thank you. Meanwhile, we get down to the 3.5-minute mark of the second quarter tonight. Double wing to the far side of the field. Austin, the tailback. I think they thought there was movement across the line of scrimmage. The handoff goes to Austin, and he is stopped. A turnover on downs. The Knights take over. So with 3:04 to go, it's a Renaissance Academy football. Great support throughout Morrisville for tonight's game, and also outside of Morrisville, over at Yardley Auto Body. They're neighbors, right at the corner of West Philadelphia and Pennsylvania Avenue, serving the greater Morrisville community for over a half-century. Family-owned and operated. They do all collision repairs, small dents to major repairs, and all done in a prompt, timely manner. All insurance accepted. Call 215-295-7676. That's 215-295-7676. Yardley Auto Body, proud to support Morrisville at the corner of Philadelphia and Pennsylvania Avenues. Brown heaves this one skyward, up for grabs, and it's deflected, incomplete. Merrick Johnson looked like he had that one measured and felt like he was going to come down with the INT, but bangs into a teammate. But it is a pass breakup.
Always tough.
Mentioned earlier, Morrisville defending district championships, or district champions, and they feel like the way things are going, they're looking at a potential bye, at, again, a potential ability to host some of those postseason opportunities here in 2024. Five receivers spread out for RA, but pressure on the quarterback. He does get the pass off and completes it. Wow, it looked like there was no way he was going to get that one.
It kind of looked
With
like
any
a
kind of-
desperation heave.
I didn't think he was going to get anything on it, but he does complete the pass. They pick up 7 yards, 3rd and 3.
Third down after a nice pass by the Knights. Morrisville students, don't forget tomorrow's the homecoming dance.
Meanwhile, for the Knights, they are running out of time in the second quarter.
Period today. Looks great. It's going to be a good time.
Homecoming dance tomorrow.
Let's dance, Chris. Let's dance.
Mentioned it's Pennsbury's homecoming tomorrow. Ben Salem also with their homecoming. That time the handoff to Zion Christie. Comes from that slot position, tries to turn it upfield, but loses a yard. So 4th and 4 for Renaissance Academy Charter. Again, stay with us at halftime. We'll have the homecoming ceremonies. We'll try to recap all the scoring from the first half.
There's a lot of it.
A lot of stuff there for this Bulldog team. Some of these guys adding to their stat lines. 3 touchdowns, over 100 yards on the ground for Holman. And the pass incomplete, intended for Covington. And so on 4th down, can't get the pass to go, so it's a turnover on downs. And the Bulldogs with the football with 1:08 to go in the half. And they'll get this going at the 30-yard line. Great to have you with us tonight. Chris Ermer, Gus Barber, Ava Fife, overlooking Robert Morris Field. And we got some more Bulldog football to look forward to on WBCB, including their Thanksgiving Day clash with Bristol. And you look at a night like this, I mean, such a great effort by Morrisville, but it has been a while since they've been able to get a Turkey Day victory. And over the last few seasons, I think more energy has started to build around maybe being able to get the Warriors on Thanksgiving Day. One of the issues has been under Coach Ciotti. Bristol has also been very good, and that seems to still be the case this year.
Yeah. That's a great program over there.
And as we got ready for Thanksgiving Day last year, thinking, oh, this might be it, Bulldogs, and it ended up being another big win for Bristol. And I don't know, it adds to some big energy. There's some big energy on that play. On 1st and long, the give to Merrick Johnson. And for Morrisville, one of the things we're doing right here is just trying to take up the rest of this clock as we get down to the half-minute mark. The other thing, for the players that are out there, they don't always get an opportunity to shine. So when your number is called, it doesn't matter what the score is. You got that same energy to succeed. Here's handoff to Johnson up the middle, and he fights forward, but doesn't get a whole lot, and that will bring us to the end of the first half. 54-0. Morrisville Bulldogs in front of the Renaissance Academy Knights. And we'll step aside, get ready for homecoming ceremonies and some halftime activities that's coming your way here on the WBCB Sports Network.
1490 WBCB Levittown and Trenton, and video stream live at WBCBsports.com. Your home for the best local sports in Bucks and Mercer counties.
When it comes to plumbing, there's only one trusted name for your home or business. That's Ben Franklin Plumbing of Levittown. Whether it's drains, water heaters, faucets, or sewers, Ben Franklin Plumbing of Levittown can solve all of your plumbing problems. Time-tested and punctual since 1984. It's Ben Franklin Plumbing of Levittown. Call them at 215-943-1776. That's 215-943-1776 for Ben Franklin Plumbing of Levittown, a proud supporter of high school athletics in Bucks County.
BCWSA customers, former Phillies pitcher Tommy Green here. I played on the 1993 National League champs, so I know a thing or two about what it's like playing on a winning team. BCWSA has all the ingredients. They make it easy for their customers to get automatic updates by text, email, or phone anytime there is a disruption in your service area. You can even customize your alerts by going to bcwsa.net. That's bcwsa.net. BCWSA, your partner for a safer environment. BCWSA, proven.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org.
All right, here comes the homecoming court for the Morrisville Bulldogs. There's Viramontes. And here comes Kai.
Number 80 is the kicker on the football team. So far, he is
high school years. He also wants to thank everyone who voted for him this year for homecoming. Anna Aurora Leon is an early graduate, advancing past 7th grade to her senior year. She is proudly from Costa Rica and is a first-generation student. Anna has always excelled in school, participating in the honors and college courses and student government. After graduation, she hopes to attend a 4-year college to study in the field of psychology. She is honored to be nominated for Homecoming Queen and wants to thank her parents for making every opportunity possible for her. Another thank you to her brother and friends for always supporting her.
I kind of like this thing that they're doing with the trucks and the Jeeps and everybody parading around the track. Homecoming court. Oh, one.
Senior football captain for the Morrisville Bulldogs, who is also a member of the Morrisville basketball and baseball team. We would like to thank Coach Cohen and the rest of his coaches, teammates, and trainers for helping him become the athlete he is today. Kyer has been part of the Morrisville School District since kindergarten. We would like to thank Mr. Tillman, Mr. Fox, and Mr. McKetto for all the good memories. We would also like to thank the rest of his teachers and classmates for always pushing him in his classroom. In the fall of 2025, Kyer plans to carry out his football career and earn an education at a 4-year university. He wants to thank all of his aunts, uncles, cousins, friends, and grandparents for always supporting him throughout his life. And last but not least, he wants to give a big thank you to his mom, dad, and brothers, Keyzon and Kaden, for always being there for him.
Isn't this just like high school? You got all the guys on under one tent and all the girls under the other tent.
Costa Rican, she is honored to be nominated for Homecoming Queen. She is the cheer captain and a member of student government and an honorable student. Jaylene has a deep love for kids, which has led her to teach first grade at Holy Trinity Prep School. She wants to give a huge thank you to her parents. Without them, she wouldn't know where she would be, and to her grandparents who are watching her from above because their little girl is all grown up. To her amazing cheerleading squad and Miss Zook, Jaylene wants to give her a thank you and for making her senior year unforgettable. When Jaylene graduates, she is planning on attending a 4-year university for business. Thank you for everyone that nominated her for Homecoming Court, and good luck to all the rest.
Congratulations to the homecoming court.
Are we ready for this announcement?
Yes.
Drum roll.
For the first time in Morrisville history, the winners are going to be sent to me electronically. Uh-oh, I'm not getting any bars. Drum roll, please. And the 2024 homecoming king is Kyer Rankins. And the 2024 homecoming queen, Jaylene Jimenez. Congratulations.
Well, being here with our call of the football game, I always like it when a football guy gets the homecoming king. So congratulations to Kai Rankins. And Rankins having a great season so far. Again, coming in with 5 TDs in the game, able to get one to Alex Brown tonight. And then adding to his homecoming experience, he gets to don the crown of the king.
Yes.
So that's pretty cool.
Don him. Put the crown on him.
And then the other thing for the football guys, they get to be part of the homecoming court, and then they got to quickly get right back to work. So you see Kai Rankins,
they're like ants,
going over with the rest of his team. And congratulations to the homecoming court of 2024, our king and queen. And we are at halftime with the score 54-0. And we'll have a running clock, the mercy rule in effect, as the Morrisville Bulldogs have taken it to RA. And not completely unexpected. I mean, you look at the scores from previous years. This is, similar to. It's a little bit more, a little different. I mean, it seems like, I don't know, they had like a 34-0 victory.
But dominance nonetheless. You've seen
Yeah.
this dominance from this Morrisville team from the past, and you're seeing it tonight as well in these matchups.
And they scored on just about every touch of the football.
Yeah.
Even when they didn't have the football.
Yeah, special teams, other team, it doesn't matter. They're putting points up on the board. And that's why you saw the score got away so quickly that it did.
Yeah. And two of those scores coming on pick sixes, so Morrisville would score a touchdown. RA would then try to throw the football, and it would just be more points up on the scoreboard for Morrisville tonight. They started with a 55-yard touchdown run. They gave it to number 4, Ray Holman. Remember that name out there, because that young man might be in store to do big things, and certainly already doing big things this high school football season.
Absolutely.
But as a senior, looking forward to seeing what he can do as he continues to play the game of football. And he adds 3 touchdowns to his impressive stat line here. Came in with 10 TDs. He's now got 13 on the season. And the first TD, second play from scrimmage, 55 yards.
Gone.
Boom.
Yep.
Follows that up with another 30-yard touchdown rush. I think that was the next possession that the Bulldogs had. They give it again to number 4, and he goes into the end zone from 30 yards out. They've had a little bit of issue with the extra points. So at that point, 13-0. And then a little touchdown pass. Throw that one in there.
Literally, like we said it, you've seen it all tonight from this Morrisville team.
Yeah, and it was our homecoming king, Kai Rankins, who was able to throw it into the end zone, hitting Alex Brown for the touchdown, 21-0 at that time. And I'm missing a pick 6 in there as well. At a pick 6, then another 23-yard touchdown from Ray Holman.
This many points, it's hard to lose one touchdown here, one touchdown there. You got 54 points on the board,
And all of that scoring coming, Gus, in the first quarter of play. So that third Holman touchdown comes with 4:34 to go in the first quarter, pushes the lead to 34-0, and then they get their second pick 6. Second one coming from Jovan Rivera. He takes it to the house. Then they give it to the big guys for a couple of rushing touchdowns as, I don't know, kind of neat. When almost like Refrigerator Perry style, you get one of these offensive line guys in the backfield.
Absolutely.
And, I don't know, that's
I always
kind
said
of capping off the half.
It's like the Eagles. They should put Jordan Mailata back there, all that rugby experience. Or why not like a defensive tackle like Jordan Davis?
Yeah, one of them coming from senior offensive and defensive lineman Nick Jobs, who also plays some baseball for the Bulldogs. And then their last touchdown coming from Captain Tristan Hall, who also is an offensive and defensive lineman and is a young man who is interested in computer science. We learned when he stopped by the roundtable show at Sandy's.
Computer science. That's an interesting one. That's a tough one.
That's an endeavor that can take you a long way.
Oh, yeah.
In today. So, big lead for Morrisville. We're going to step aside and return to Robert Morris Field in just a little bit. Homecoming night, Bulldogs in front of the RA Knights.
1490 WBCB Levittown and Trenton, and video stream live at WBCBsports.com. Your home for the best local sports in Bucks and Mercer counties.
When it comes to plumbing, there's only one trusted name for your home or business. That's Ben Franklin Plumbing of Levittown. Whether it's drains, water heaters, faucets, or sewers, Ben Franklin Plumbing of Levittown can solve all of your plumbing problems. Time-tested and punctual since 1984. It's Ben Franklin Plumbing of Levittown. Call them at 215-943-1776. That's 215-943-1776 for Ben Franklin Plumbing of Levittown, a proud supporter of high school athletics in Bucks County.
Parents, are you looking for an athletic performance coach for your child with over 25 years of experience? Coaches, are you looking for a strength and conditioning coach that has coached youth to professional teams to record success? Your only choice is the Kalinowski Performance Academy. The Kalinowski Performance Academy is the area leader in personal, group, team academy prep, and return-to-play training. The Kalinowski Performance Academy believes that everyone should have an opportunity to be their best. Go to trainlikecal.com to be Cal's next success story. That's trainlikecal.com, spelled K-A-L. Vita Care Home Health Agency is your neighborhood home health care agency with over 20 years of experience. Nurses, physical therapists, occupational therapists, as well as home health aides will be there to assist you with your daily living and provide the care you need. Call 215-953-9225 to call for quality in-home care. Vita Care staff is multilingual and speaks English, Spanish, Chinese, Vietnamese, Russian, as well as Ukrainian. Call Vita Care today at 215-953-9225 to find out more about how your family and friends can care for you and get paid at the same time. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for long-term, non-medical or skilled care at Vita Care. Don't delay. Call Vita Care today at 215-953-9225.
1490 WBCB Levittown and Trenton, and video stream live at WBCBsports.com. Your home for the best local sports in Bucks and Mercer counties.
When it comes to plumbing, there's only one trusted name for your home or business. That's Ben Franklin Plumbing of Levittown. Whether it's drains, water heaters, faucets, or sewers, Ben Franklin Plumbing of Levittown can solve all of your plumbing problems. Time-tested and punctual since 1984. It's Ben Franklin Plumbing of Levittown. Call them at 215-943-1776. That's 215-943-1776 for Ben Franklin Plumbing of Levittown, a proud supporter of high school athletics in Bucks County.
Welcome back to Robert Morris Field. Morrisville up big against Renaissance Academy Charter as they get back onto the field and get warmed up for the second half. Tonight's game on WBCB, brought to you in part by Yardley Auto Body. They're at the corner of West Philadelphia and Pennsylvania Avenues, and they've been serving the greater Morrisville community for over half a century. Family owned and operated, and they do all collision repairs, small dents to major repairs, and all done in a prompt, timely manner. All insurance accepted. Call 215-295-7676. That's 215-295-7676. Yardley Auto Body is proud to support Morrisville at the corner of Philadelphia and Pennsylvania Avenues. We thank them for making portions of tonight's game possible here on WBCB. And I just think the mercy rule is something that maybe even should be applied to professional sports. At a certain point, it becomes an act of mercy for everyone involved to get the clock going, to get the game underway. And, here we're going to have that go in a running clock in the second half. Compliments of the Morrisville Bulldogs, who did some great work, most of it coming in the first quarter. I mean, this game was done, not only in the first quarter, in the first few minutes with the speed at which they scored and racked up a bunch of touchdowns. Really seemed like before Renaissance Academy could blink, they were down big in this one, and Morrisville getting off to that quick start they were looking for.
That's how it can be sometimes, and that's how it is tonight.
Yes, indeed. And Bulldogs will kick off to RA. That was part of it. They got the football first.
Yeah.
Second play from scrimmage. Give it to Ray Holman. Touchdown.
And defensively, very next play, I feel like they got a touchdown. Punt, touchdown. They were up by 3 touchdowns by within like 2 minutes.
Yeah, RA dealing with a...
When it comes to plumbing, there's only one trouble.
Now we're going to see a lot of the players on the Morrisville Bulldogs sideline going to see action, get into the mix. As the kickoff dropped by Christie, picks it up at the 20, and will move it forward a couple of yards up to the 22-yard line. So that's where Renaissance Academy will get going on this first drive of the second half. Mention the upcoming schedule for Morrisville. Their season will culminate last regular season game against the Bristol Warriors, and then how things look right now, good chance of getting an opportunity at the district again, defending champions.
Yeah.
At the 1A level here in the district. Yep. And on 1st and 10, they get to the outside, some running room out there, and a nice gain for Renaissance Academy on their first play from scrimmage here in the second half. I was looking at Renaissance Academy, just trying to get a little bit more familiar with the school. They're out in Phoenixville, Pennsylvania, and one of their missions is an emphasis on diversity within their school system. Looking at the rest of their 2024 schedule, they'll take on Bristol in a couple of weeks, and then trip, Morrisville will take on RA here on 2nd and 2. Some pre-snap movement. So RA, they set themselves up with a nice 2nd and short, and then a false start going to set them back.
So a false start against the Knights.
Yeah, next week, this RA team will take on New Hope Solebury, battling the Lions up in New Hope. Then they take on the Bristol Warriors back against Morrisville, and they wrap up their regular season against Jenkintown. 2nd and 7. They flip it out that time to Covington, and Covington loses the football. And it looks like RA is able to maintain possession.
Wow, that
Covington lost it, but Christie was right there to get it.
Could have been much worse than it could have been if he wasn't able to get on it. Looks like he was just trying to fight off the defender with one arm, and just in the other one he carried the ball and just lost control of the grip. Big loss, though, on the game.
Yeah, it looked like a 2nd and short, then a false start, then a negative play, and now Renaissance Academy again staring down 3rd and long. And they've been behind the sticks all night, compliments of this Bulldog defense. Handoff on a jet sweep. Zion Christie with the carry, gets back to the original line of scrimmage. So 4th and 10.
Fourth down for the Knights.
We've seen the Knights go for it on 4th and long, and then other situations where they've decided to kick it away. Let's see what the mindset is as we're back at it in the third. Looks like they're going for it.
Why not?
Brown with a running back on his right side. Looks down the middle and is going to be sacked. Brought down in the pocket. And the Bulldogs take over on downs. All right, Skip, who's wearing 51?
I don't know, actually. Let me go for see if I have it on my phone. No one's on headphones, so I can't even hear it.
Couple of plays by number 51. I think he was the guy who came up with that sack, but he's not on my Bulldog roster. Hold on, I got like 2 or 3 Bulldog rosters here. Let me see.
He's not on my roster either.
If he's not on Skip's roster,
He might just be.
he's not going to be on my roster.
Gave him a jersey.
We got
Just a rando.
The winner of the raffle got to go on the field and record a sack. It was awesome.
So now 1st and 10. And Hennessy hands off.
Nice job, Julian.
And pushing. The Bulldogs there get close to the goal line. And that's going to be a 1st and goal situation for Morrisville. That's another guy. Who's wearing number 44?
44 is Isaiah. He might not be on there because he just transferred in.
It's Isaiah?
Isaiah, he was Caraway. Isaiah Caraway.
Oh, Caraway. He's on here.
Is there 51 on there? No, 51 is not on there. But Isaiah Caraway.
Okay, Caraway do have him on there. The sophomore in there, setting him up 1st and goal. Lawrence Austin in there at fullback, and it's Austin who gets the handoff and goes into the end zone for another Morrisville Bulldog touchdown, makes it 60-0.
It's a touchdown, but then there's a flag.
Oh, and a flag down on the field. Looked like flag thrown after the play. So expect the touchdown to stand. And number 6, Austin Lorenz, with a touchdown strike with 4:37. Yeah, see, now, according to the acronym that I got from Brienne.
I was going to say it, but I didn't want to. I thought a penalty was a clock top stoppage, but I've been staring at it.
I think she got that from a NJSIAA guy, so
well,
maybe.
PA might be different.
Exactly.
Penalties are out the window. Scoring out the window. Injury, maybe. Timeout, yeah, good luck.
Extra point is up and good, and that one looks pretty good from the guy they called Suave, or that's his name, Enrique Villamontes. And he certainly was Suave last week, hitting that game-winning field goal to get them past ANC. There splits the uprights with the extra point, makes it 61-0. As we're down to 4:11 to go in the third quarter. Big thanks to all of the community partnership and sponsorship we've been getting. All right, here's one for the Morrisville YMCA. If your child missed the kindergarten cutoff date but turned 3 by September the 1st, then your family might qualify for free high-quality preschool right here at the YMCA in Morrisville. River Crossing YMCA proudly offers pre-K counts to Pennsylvania families that qualify at their Morrisville branch. The program focuses on kindergarten readiness skills and social emotional skills necessary for building lifelong learners. A 6-hour-per-day program provides free breakfast and lunch, and you got the opportunity for extended daily hours. Don't delay. Apply today. Visit them at rivercrossingymca.org or call 215-736-8077. All right, your child missed the kindergarten cutoff but turned 3 by September the 1st. So that's pretty much any kids that are 3 or 4 years old.
Yeah.
So that could apply to quite a few people out there tonight. Again, 215-736, and you may qualify for free high-quality preschool right here at the YMCA in Morrisville. More info, 215-736-8077 or rivercrossingymca.org. Viramontes kickoff out to the 35-yard line, and a return for Zion Christie down inside the 20 for the Knights of RA. And they have their deepest penetration into Morrisville Bulldog territory.
What a run back there. Caught the edge on the left side, found a block, and just like we were saying about Holman tonight, he caught the burners and turned on the jets.
And down big Gus, but the team continues to fight on. And Zion Christie showing that on that return of the football. Boy, if that one guy didn't have an angle on him, he might have been able to go all the way.
I thought for a second he was going to.
So he sets up the Knights, but unfortunately for RA, they have not been able to move the football. So they have great field position, but they've struggled against the Bulldogs, and now see if they can get some stuff to go. There's Covington, busted to the outside, trying for running room out there. He's pushed out of bounds by Dingle, but it's a pretty good pickup there for RA. Out of bounds after a gain of 8. I thought that was a bigger pickup, and I don't see the down marker over there.
Yeah.
Oh, now they're moving it.
They haven't really adjusted it yet, but
2nd and 5, it looks like.
yeah, I want to say that. Trust me, I've been in pain over here trying to figure it out. Oh, there we go. He's moving now. He's on the move.
2nd and 5 from the 10-yard line. Brown, high snap, pulls it down, looking for running room, but he has none. The Bulldogs converge on him and make it 3rd, and they lose a couple there, so 3rd and 7.
Looks like it's 3rd down.
Meanwhile, with this running clock, we have raced through much of the 3rd quarter already, and we're down under 90 seconds. Right here, Renaissance Academy, though, taking their time on this play. They've got their best spot on the field, looking at a 3rd and 8. Certainly 4-down territory here for RA. And Brown will throw into the end zone, but a little bit too high for Ashley Blank, and it's incomplete. So 4th and 8. Meanwhile, this may be the last play of the 3rd quarter. Got more homecoming action tomorrow on the campus of Pennsbury High School. They will host CB South, and we'll have the game for you on WBCB with a noon kickoff. Probably get our coverage started around 11:30. 4th and 8, and Brown throws out to the flat, and it's incomplete. off the hands of the targeted receiver. Covington was the guy he was looking for. And it's a turn.
That's going to make the clock run down to 0, so that's going to be the end of the third quarter on that play as well.
That brings us to the end of quarter number 3. Morrisville in command. We'll step aside, return to Robert Morris Field for more high school football on the WBCB Sports Network.
BCWSA customers, former Phillies pitcher Tommy Green here. I played on the 1993 National League champs, so I know a thing or two about what it's like playing on a winning team. BCWSA has all the ingredients. They make it easy for their customers to get automatic updates by text, email, or phone anytime there is a disruption in your service area. You can even customize your alerts by going to bcwsa.net. That's bcwsa.net. BCWSA, your partner for a safer environment. BCWSA, proven.
One of the most unique places in Morrisville and all of Bucks County is Debbie's Crafts and Personalized Gifts. They're at 78 East Bridge Street. Debbie's Crafts and Gifts, handcrafted gifts like tumblers and clay pot people, plus Magoo and Crew custom crafts. Plus they have wreaths for the holidays and other occasions. Debbie's Crafts also has some very unique furniture pieces. If you're looking for that special gift you just won't find anywhere else, visit Debbie's Crafts and Personalized Gifts at 78 East Bridge Street in Morrisville. Open Monday through Saturday. Call for hours at 215-906-4011. Thanks also to Morrisville Chiropractic. Quick and effective pain relief. Right there opposite the Morrisville Shopping Center. We thank them for supporting Morrisville Bulldog football tonight. And on 1st and 10, we start the fourth quarter with a short gain on the ground for the Bulldogs. 2nd and 8 coming up.
A little bit of update from some other coverage of our WBCB Sports Network.
Yes.
Neshaminy taking on CB West. Neshaminy's losing to CB West 21-3. Did not see the time or quarter. Let me pull that back up to figure it out.
CB West defending SOL national champions. They went 10-0 in the regular season last year.
Yeah, that game just a little under 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter, so not looking great for Neshaminy in that game.
So on 2nd and 8, Julian Hennessy, he has taken over for Kai Rankins. And the freshman now running the show. Kai Rankins, not only a touchdown pass, but also gets the homecoming king crown.
Crown him.
And a penalty flag. False start on Morrisville.
Brienne's acronym is so off. So off. I'm going to have to tell that to her next time she's off, or next time I see her, that, hey, you told us wrong information.
Yeah, we got to see if there's a difference on one side of the Delaware or the other side, but
it would make sense, though. There's been different rules for basketball and stuff like that, so it would make sense that there could be a football one, too.
Handoff there for the Bulldogs. Give there goes to Caraway. Bulldogs now just working the clock and giving some experience to some of the second string guys, underclassmen. This is the type of game that can really help out later in the season when you get injuries or the guy has to step up. He at least has a flavor for what it's like. On 3rd and 7, another handoff brings up 4th and short. And Morrisville here will opt to punt, which will bring Kai Rankins back out onto the field. Not only their quarterback, but also their punter. And Shark back at there, Dismukes, one of those personal protectors.
Bodyguards.
And we'll see one of the most promising plays so far for RA in this second half was a return. And we'll see if they can get another one going. Zion Christie right at midfield. Kai Rankins with a spiraling kick. Looked like there might have gone off the back of Austin's foot. And yeah, it was touched at the 45-yard line. And the Knights take over, 1st and 10 at the 45 of Morrisville. Yeah, hope to have you with us on a Wednesday at Sandy's Beef and Ale. Really appreciate all of the participation and the spirit from Morrisville to come on out, bring a coach, and we've talked with Coach Keene. Coach Cohen has been out there, and they bring players and talk a little bit about the upcoming game, a little X's and O's, but a lot of it is about other things that the players get involved in. We've had Coach Skip Mason come out. And
it's always a fun time, always fun.
Brown throws that one up for grabs, and it's complete. Nice grab. That time by Blank. Yeah, not only Morrisville, but we get Bristol, Neshaminy, Pennsbury, Council Rock North, Council Rock South, Conwell Egan Catholic. So it's a great show for just high school football fans in general. But especially if you're a Bulldog fan, get an opportunity. And the honorees there get a T-shirt. It's a nice, it's a cool thing.
It's great. It's a great. I get to go there a little bit when we have the
That's
flyer
coming up.
show. We have the flyer show coming up soon, so I'll be going to the round table with you, and I absolutely love it. Seeing all the kids get together, get questions asked, and just have it about them for the next hour. It's actually really cool.
Well, another play by number 51. This kid is
everywhere.
Doing a great job getting, again, opportunities on homecoming night, and he is
having
having his moment.
Don't even know his name.
I knew it for a moment. When Skip was up here, we knew something.
But yeah, what everything that Sandy's does for that, just catering to all the kids, not only do we get a good job of being able to ask them questions, make them feel important and interviewed, but they do a great job just hosting them, catering to them, giving them great food and entertainment.
And I always marvel, Gus, at the coaches giving up even more of their personal time to come out there with players.
Some of those guys aren't close to the Sandy. Some of them have to travel a little distance to get there. So it's really cool to see, especially for the coaches, like you said. Some of them, they're just excited as the players.
I always wonder what the conversation is like at the table between the coaches and the players. Are they talking football? Are they talking life? What's going on? 2nd and 10 here for the RA Knights. Brown pulls down the snap, throws downfield, but overshoots the target, and it's picked off. Another interception for the Bulldogs. And a nice move here to the outside. That ball returned up the field by Merrick Johnson. And that is Johnson's second INT.
Wow. Just wow. Another ball just floated a little bit up there, able to get under it and take it back with a huge gain.
Yeah, kind of playing that center fielder role. He saw there was a little bit too much air under that pop-up, and he got over there, able to keep his feet in bounds and turn it upfield. Well, I thought he was up past midfield, but I guess he went out of bounds a little bit before that, so they mark it out at the 44-yard line. But nonetheless, Bulldogs back to it. And the clock here rolls down near the 4-minute mark in the fourth quarter. A big thanks to the Bird's Nest in Morrisville. If you're craving some good home-cooked food, that's the place to go. Located at the corner of Philly and Pennsylvania Avenues, family-owned business, open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner every day starting at 7 a.m. and proud to support Morrisville Bulldog football, the Bird's Nest. Check them out for great food on the corner of Philadelphia and Pennsylvania Avenues in Morrisville. And you can look at their menu, rjsbirdsnest.com. A very family-friendly restaurant, fair prices, great spot, the Bird's Nest in Morrisville. The Bird's Nest, that seems like a good spot to go to get your Eagles stuff. Your little pre-game in for the Birds.
Gotta get your pre-game action on.
At the Bird's Nest. Second and 6 as we're down to the 3-minute mark in tonight's game. Again, Julian Hennessy here under center, and the freshman hands it off. And rumbling down to the far side of the field and taking this one into the end zone. Another touchdown for the Morrisville Bulldogs. And they add to their lead. That time, Isaiah Caraway makes it 67-0 with 2.5 to go.
Wow, 67 points. That is a marvel.
And you look at where these points came to, Gus, a lot of it in the first quarter. Once this clock was rolling, it's not like Morrisville was running up the score. They had backups in there, but those guys also want an opportunity to shine. And the other thing you point to, that turnover differential was a killer for RA, and 4 interceptions, 2 of them returned for touchdowns. The other 2 were returned. One was up near midfield, and the other one was, I think, close to the red zone.
Oh, no, turnovers, it's going to kill you no matter what the score is. You lose in the turnover battle 9 times out of 10, you're going to lose in the game, and that's what you saw in RA tonight. Just could not contain the turnovers.
And a total team effort, especially when you look at the number of different guys who got into the end zone. You had Caraway right there with a TD. Before Caraway, Tristan Hall with a rushing touchdown. Nick Jobs with a rushing TD today. 3 rushing touchdowns for Ray Holman, so he did his thing. A passing TD as they got it to Alex Brown in the end zone. I feel like, am I missing another rushing touchdown? I mean, a lot of different guys making a difference. And then the 2 pick-sixes, one was Jovan Rivera, who takes it back for a score, and the other one was also Alex Brown.
A lot.
You know, I'm saying 4. I think there might have been actually 5 interceptions.
There might have been.
Because there was one over the middle.
Yeah. Well, at the beginning,
early
by the linebacker.
Yeah. Meanwhile, down to 2:05 remaining. Well, in a certain regard, a statement made tonight by the Bulldogs. But now you got tough games against Kip Du Bois and Jenkintown, and you got to keep this energy going throughout the season. They have put themselves in position to do some big things at the 1A level.
Absolutely.
District seems like that's in play. Who knows how far they could go, even on a run towards a possible state championship. I almost hesitate to even say that out loud. But
I know. It's weird to say it out of your mouth, but
I don't want to put any kind of weird hex on it or
announcer jinx or whatever they call it.
But you look at the quality of football that's being played right now here on this near sideline and for the Morrisville Bulldogs, and exciting that we've got a few more games for you on BCB, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
As we're now under the 1 minute mark. Brown out to Covington. And Covington takes it up near the 50-yard line. They eventually bring him down, and that's going to bring us well, maybe one more play for the Knights. But with the running clock now, we get down to the half-minute mark. Big thanks to all of our sponsors for making portions of tonight's game possible. Thanks to VitaCare Home Health Agency. And I think that's going to be the end of the game. RA not going to run another play as the final 10 seconds come off the clock. Thanks also to Capital Health System, to Debbie's Crafts, Morrisville Chiropractic, Nick's Pizza, East Coast Printing, Ben's Deli, The Bird's Nest, the Morrisville YMCA, Yardley Auto Body, all on hand, making portions of tonight's game possible. And again, want to shout out Yardley Auto Body at the corner of West Philly and Pennsylvania Avenues, serving the greater Morrisville community for over half a century. They're family-owned and operated, do all collision repairs, small dents to major repairs, and all done in a prompt, timely manner. All insurance accepted. Call 215-295-7676. That's 215-295-7676. Yardley Auto Body, proud to support Morrisville at the corner of Philly and Pennsylvania Avenues. And again, thanks also to the Morrisville Y. Check out their pre-kindergarten programs. Also the Bird's Nest, Ben's Deli on hand. And thanks to the crew here, Gus Barber and Ava Fife. Gus, our video engineer, Ava behind the camera. Thanks also to Nick's Pizza, to Morrisville Chiropractic, and to Debbie's Crafts and Gifts. All right, I'm going to try to head down onto the field and try to grab Ray Holman for a quick post-game interview. He went over the 100-yard mark on the ground, scoring 3 touchdowns for the Bulldogs, helping them to a big 68-0 win. And that'll do it for us here on WBCB. Thanks to you for checking out some high school football on the WBCB Sports Network. One final time, our score from Morrisville, the Bulldogs 68 and the Knights 0. Thanks for checking it out on the WBCB Sports Network.